All right, it's your man, Sir-Earl, coming at you again. I told you I would try to get this thing up early. It's Saturday. It's in the evening, 6 o'clock. I'm probably still at work because I work. um, Chia's in California, enjoying her time with her kids. Both of the daughters moved out there, so her and her son went out there for a visit. Just to kind of see, everything is everything. So that's not the reason I'm still here, because if she was here, I'd still be here. I'm just trying to get this podcast recorded because tomorrow I have some other things to do. I have a new website coming out called www.sirearlspeaks.com. It's going to be for my success mentoring, speaking engagements, motivational speaking, whatever you want to call it. So we've got to do some stuff for that, and we're coming out with a YouTube channel that specializes in exercise demonstration for next level fitness, nutrition, exercise, different things like that. So I have a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow. So if I didn't get this done today, it definitely would not have got done tomorrow. So, that's where we're at. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to discuss kind of a, taboo, not really taboo, but just to me, it's a very misinformed subject of the common people. And that subject is, every time I talk to somebody and they look at bodybuilder and these guys, the Ronnie Coleman's and these guys, they're huge, and do they take steroids? That's actually, as a bodybuilder, that's an insult. Because you're looking at a person that has not missed a gym training day for probably 30 years. Most people can't stick with it 30 days. They followed a diet, eating food that'll make you puke over and over and over again for years on end, to prepare for that one day or, that show or whatever. So in the whole scheme of things, I'm hoping to educate at least one person on this stupidity. If you really read and learned, you would understand that it plays a very small part. I'm not an advocate for taking it or not taking it. I have friends that take it. I have friends that don't. I know a natural Mr. Olympia, which is the biggest title in the world. No one knows him. So that tells you, you go to the zoo to see lions and tigers, not dogs and cats. So you want to see the biggest, freakiest things that you see. That's why bodybuilding is in demand. To me, it's a grown person's choice. I don't believe that kids should take it. But I believe that the media grossly misinforms people. They make people think that I used to write a newspaper article, and they make people think that if you stick a needle in your ass and take something, you're gonna be smacking home runs like Barry Bonds. That's just not gonna happen. Anything that you do, and in actuality, bodybuilders are not the biggest users of PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. You have more swimmers, track runners, football players, things like that actually use it. And they look nothing like bodybuilders. So it's not the reason for the success of these bodybuilders. First and foremost, to make it to the top in bodybuilding is DNA. You have to be born. People don't believe that, but you have to be born. You have to have the dedication. You have to have the focus. I've worked as a trainer for a very long time, well over 30 years, and getting people to eat right and work out is worse than pulling teeth with vice grips and no anesthesia. It's damn near impossible. But yet it's these same people who smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, don't work out that says, oh, all them guys are on PEDs. That's why they're like that. No, they're like that because they go to the gym and they eat right years and years and years on end. So to ask anyone, are they on something, is an insult to the amount of work that they put into building, honing their craft, which is building their physique. It takes a very, very long time and a lot of work to build something like that. And first and foremost, it starts with genetics. You're either born, you're born to be great or you're not. It just, I see some guys, there's one guy, I won't call out his name because I don't want to get sued, but he calls himself a celebrity trainer. He used to be a track runner. He put on about 5 pounds, and he goes around touting that he's natty, he's natural. Who gives a fuck? If you're natural, you're natural. If you're not, you're not. The whole point is your body was born with the genetics probably to run track. It wasn't born with the genetics to be a bodybuilder. Okay. I remember meeting Ronnie Coleman, and Ronnie Coleman is probably one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in life. He was 325 pounds when I was hanging out with him. And what it is about Ronnie Coleman, a lot of people don't understand. Ronnie Coleman played middle linebacker for Grambling State for 4 years. He was huge then. Ronnie Coleman was a power lifter, so he's extremely, extremely strong. Ronnie Coleman was born with the right genetics, meaning, which a lot of people don't know, and that's why I say it's very miseducated. Most people, their limbs are different. You'll have an arm shape different than one. You'll have a leg shape different than one. He was born with everything perfectly proportioned. His upper body is tall. It's as long as his lower body, so it's very balanced. Everything matches. No side is weaker than the other. They match proportionally excellent. And then what tops it all off for Ronnie Coleman, when you compete as a bodybuilder, you look to see condition. You can only see condition is the actual showing of the muscle, thin skin, low on body fat, and to the fullest extent. That's why you see all the veins and everything like that. Now, it is a natural fact. Most whites and most Europeans and foreigners, they have thin skin. That's why you see a lot of other ethnic groups that are just, they veiny. You see the muscles. And when they start lifting and they gain muscle, they just are more conditioned than a lot of blacks on stage, because blacks are known to have very, very thick skin. Like, you just don't see a lot of detail because their skin is so thick. Ronnie Coleman was born with the thinnest skin I've ever seen on a human being. And what you fucking idiots that go around talking about what he does, what he don't do, what you idiots don't understand, there's nothing, you could sleep with an IV of steroids in your ass for a week and it ain't gonna thin your skin. That's what's called genetics. You're either born with it or you are not. And that's why Ronnie Coleman is known as one of the greatest bodybuilders to ever live, because he was born with the perfect combination of strength, leverage, long muscle, small joints, strength, and thin skin. And he just took that to the max. And that's what made him one of the greatest bodybuilders that ever lived. But people want to go around, oh, well, he doing this and he doing that. You do exactly what he's doing and you still not going to look like him. Nowhere near. It's the same thing with when they were talking about Barry Bonds, okay? He's hitting all them home runs. His daddy played Major League Baseball. His godfather was Willie Mays. You don't think he was learning how to hit when your ass was in the backyard playing with a little Nerf ball? He was hanging out in professional clubhouses. Same way with Peyton and Eli Manning. Their father was a professional quarterback. So trust me, they didn't learn the game like we learned the game. We're trying to figure it out. They was hanging around pros. So it's no wonder that they became as good as what they are, because they were born with the right genetics. Their father was that way. They grew up avoiding a lot of the mistakes. That would be like saying, my son has an advantage in business because he drinks Diet Coke. You know what I mean? No, my son has an advantage in business because he's smart and he's been around business his whole life. He was taking business classes in college and he was telling the teacher what was right and what was wrong. Why? He lived it. He grew up since before he was born. He grew up in a business. His father was a businessman, and I taught him a lot about business. So, it's really kind of idiotic to take a guy who spends 25, 30 years eating dry ass chicken breasts, lifting his ass off when you in the house, it's raining too hard, it was snowing, and this guy is finding his way to the gym to say he only looks like that because of this, because he takes this. That's a freaking insult, man. I won't say they don't take it, but there's a lot of people that take it, but they don't look like bodybuilders. You become a bodybuilder because you want to be a bodybuilder. You were born with the genetics to be a bodybuilder. There's an old saying in bodybuilding when it comes to steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. It can never turn a Chihuahua into a Great Dane. Think about it. Think about it for a minute. If you're a Chihuahua, you're a damn Chihuahua. You ain't going to be a Great Dane. You may take some, you may get to be a little bit bigger Chihuahua, but you ain't going to never be a Great Dane. The DNA is different. The bone structure is different. All that is different. You ain't going to see no 6 foot tall Chihuahua because he took something. That's about the most idiotic shit I've ever heard before in my life. And people go around repeating that shit. And I found in life, as we've gone through so many different things, especially this COVID thing and vaccine and all that shit, I'm not for it, I'm not against it. It's your choice. You're grown, we have a bunch of followers. You hear one person say something, you take that as law, and you spread it. I've been involved in this sport for a very long time, 30 years to be exact. And I've been around the best of the best. I've been around the Ronnie Coleman's, the Vince Taylor's, the Sir-Earl somebody's, the Sean Ray's, and trust me, these guys, I had Sean here and I worked out with him. This guy, they'll take a flight to the other side of the world and get off and go right to the gym. Most people can't drive from here to downtown without being tired as hell. Tomorrow, well, I ain't going to go work out because I'm just tired. But this is what these guys do. They live for that. I went out to Ronnie Coleman's gym and trained with him, and that's a freaking hellhole. But, that's where Ronnie trains. I mean, this guy, it's nothing for him to deadlift 800 pounds. They have it on one of his videos. I mean, what bodybuilders are lifting 800 pounds 2 weeks before the Mr. Olympia? Ooh, that's why he's got a huge back. What's up, Paul? And, my thing is like, it's your choice. It's your choice. You could choose to take it. You could choose not to take it. These guys running around screaming that I'm natty and I'm this and who gives a fuck? It's like you use it as an excuse. Well, I'm not as big because I'm natural. No, you're not as big because you train like a bitch. I've seen a lot of these guys train. You don't train. You know what I mean? You go in the gym, you fuck around, lift a few light weights, talk on the phone, take a couple pictures, and you leave. And then you say, oh, well, that guy, he could train so long because... No, stop using it as a fucking excuse. If you want to be natural, there's no reason to train like you fucking idiot. Just go in the gym and hit it hard. Eat food. Stay away from McDonald's like I see a lot of them doing. Put your regimented diet together and follow it. Quit using guys that do it the right way, whether they use something or not, as excuses for why you look like shit. You know what I mean? Work on your own self. And quit. Don't stop that. It's the most nerve-wracking thing. I wasn't going to even talk about it today, but I had someone that asked me a few days ago, oh, all those guys on drugs, come on, man, stop. These motherfuckers eating cold ass chicken in the car because it's been in there all day and they ain't got a microwave to heat it up. They have dedication and focus. That's why they are who they are. So, I hope if it can reach one person and you don't have to listen to me. Do your research. Just quit the idiotic shit, do your just research and find out for yourself. If a person wants to remain natural, remain natural. You ain't got to talk about everybody else. You ain't got to, if you want the tallest building, build the tallest building. You ain't got to tear down everybody else's building. But that's what these guys do. They run around, oh, I'm natural. He takes this, he takes that. You don't know what the hell he takes. And, you're very misinformed about what really it will and won't do for you. So do your research. Quit listening. Quit being a sheep. Quit following what everybody else is saying and learn for yourself, okay? All right, now, this is your man checking out. I got to this thing pretty early, so I'm checking out of here, and I will catch y'all again next week. So until that time, everybody stay good, stay positive, stay healthy, and let's prosper. Get busy. Peace.